Hello and welcome. This is Angie with thecountrychiccottage.net. So today we're going to talk about print and cut on colored paper. So if you have a Cricut Maker, you can actually do print and cut on paper that's not white. The Cricut Explorer series came out with print and cut, and you can only use it with white paper. But with the Maker series, they figured out how to make it work with even colored paper. So we're going to kind of put it to the test today. We're going to pick some different shades of paper and we're going to print a really cute Would You Rather game. So this is a great game for family fun. I'll have the printable for it on thecountrychiccottage.net, and I will drop a link below so you can grab that printable. Now, you can grab the printable, use it with your Cricut Explorer on white cardstock. You can grab the printable as a PDF on thecountrychiccottage.net and cut these out with scissors. It's just kind of an example just for our experiments here. So it really doesn't matter how you cut it. If you want the game, you can definitely get the game. So now let's look at print and cut on colored paper. Alright, so I have a variety of shades of paper so we can test. So I have a light shade, kind of a medium shade, a darker shade, and even a pattern that's kind of on the light side. So I'm going to print 4 different sets of Would You Rather cards on each of these, and then try to cut them with the Cricut Maker. But first let's head to Cricut Design Space and see how we actually set this up for print and cut. So the first thing we're going to do is actually upload our files. So we'll click Upload, we'll click Upload Image, and we'll find the image wherever it is on our computer. So please note that when you download this, we'll pick Simple. When you download the file, it will be as a zip file, and all 4 will be in one file. You will need to unzip that before uploading, and the files themselves will be available on thecountrychiccottage.net, and I will leave a link in the description below. Now we need to select and erase the background. So put your cursor in the background somewhere and just click once. So you see she checks all over the background, but the inside of the label should be white, and we're going to click Continue. On this screen, we want to make sure that Save as Print and Cut Image has a green border around it, because that's the one we want to use. We want to make sure, again, all the labels are white, the background is checked, and we'll click Save. Then we'll pick that image we just uploaded and insert it into Cricut Design Space. Now, the files themselves are intended to be used on 8.5 by 11 size paper. However, the maximum size for Cricut Print and Cut is 9.25 by 6.75. So we will want to alter the size on this to less than 9.25 and less than 6.75. So this is now 9.204 and 6.667. So now we should be able to click, and you also want to make sure that it says Cut and Print over here on the side. So when we have this highlighted, it says Cut then Print in our Layers panel. The fill is set to print, the line type is set to cut, and then we can click Make It. Now if you get an error when you click Make It that your file is too big, remember those maximum file sizes, 6.75 by 9.25. Go back and resize before you click Make It again. Now you should see this. So you should see your labels for your game and then a black box around the outside edge. Now that box will tell the Cricut where your labels are located. So now we can click Continue. And now we can actually send to the printer at this point before we even connect our machine. So let's go ahead and send this to the printer and print our labels. So then you just print your cards on your colored paper, and then we'll add them to our mat. So blue mat works fine for this. And I did want to note when printing that I would go ahead and leave my bleed on. So there'll be a slight gray kind of area around the actual line it's going to cut on. So this is just in case the line is not quite exact, then it'll be fine. Now we want to put this in the upper corner of our mat, but if it's a little crooked, it doesn't matter. The Cricut is going to use this line to actually locate the cuts. So now let's take this one to the Cricut Maker. We'll start with the lightest and then we'll just keep moving up and seeing if it'll cut on these darker shades of paper. Alright, so let's try the yellow first. Right now it's looking for that black box that's all the way around the outside. Then it will start the cut. So the yellow paper worked, and we'll move on to the next color. And this one cut fine as well, so let's move on to the next color. So next we're going to try this dark blue. So this one surprised me and actually worked, so let's try the pattern paper next. So here's our pattern paper. Let's see what happens. And this one actually worked as well. So I'm actually really happy and surprised at everything that I could do the print and cut function on. Like this dark blue paper, I never thought that would work. I really didn't think that the pattern paper would work either, but all of these worked great on my Cricut Maker. So if you've limited yourself on print and cut to only white cardstock and you have the Cricut Maker, think of all the possibilities that you can make with colored cardstock, even some patterns. So grab that cardstock and your print and cut projects and start making those today. Again, you can download this file on the countrysheetcottage.net. I will drop a link for that below. If you love this video, learned something, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything we've covered today, can't find the printable, you can absolutely ask in the comment section below and I will get that for you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have Cricut videos all the time and you don't want to miss any of those. So thank y'all so much for joining me today, and grab that Would You Rather game, print it out on some fun colored paper, and print and cut with your Cricut Maker. Thanks y'all, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.